Slurpty diddly do, my G's. Are you guys ready for the Neuro TRIFECTA free download? 3 free vital presets for you, my G's. Let's go! So, I've just dropped these 3 vital presets as a free download for you guys. All you have to do is go over to my Patreon. You don't have to pay to download them. They're free to download on there. Link is down below. If you do want to support me on there, I highly appreciate it because it really helps me to keep these videos coming. But yeah, we got 3 sounds. The first one is the Tel No One bass. And then we've got a kind of atmosphere sound in the middle. And then we've got a response sort of lead, which is the Neuro Magnum. And that one is a bit like faster, so contrasting the first one, which is nice and slow, you know. Anyway, yeah, the first one. Really nice. It's got this really slow movement with a bit of detail to it, and that's tracked to a couple of FMs on the oscillators here. We've got a sine wave at low sine wave, an octave higher a saw wave, and then an octave up from that a vital sine 2, sort of a harmonic thing, right? They all go through a bit of filtering, some nice mid-range movement for a bit of extra expression, and that's also controlled on this main LFO here. You can break down the patch and have a look at it yourself once you download it, so I'll keep this video quite short, but basically, yeah, the main kind of growl comes from a little bit of the frequency modulation being automated and the filters movement, so it's a bit of a combination of everything, you know, but it all goes through yeah, like a big low pass filter here, so all of those frequencies get tamed quite a lot, you know. Nice amount of flanging, chorusing, loads of distortion. But yeah, that's the Tel No One. Big amounts of reverb and delay as well on that one. Then we've got the Twangmosphere, sort of like an atmospheric sound, but like a bit dark and synthy and brassy almost, you know. So again, heaps of reverb on that one to give it that sort of atmospheric impact, you know. Bit of distortion, again, like a low pass filter, kind of like driving the whole nature of the sound, keeping it like soft, because again, like using a lot of distortion in the on the sine waves gives it quite a lot of high end harmonics, and yeah, no, sorry, yeah, using a lot of FM actually. FM between these sine waves here, and these are actually, I think this one's actually a saw wave. It's got a low pass mode on it, so it looks like a sine, but it's actually a saw. So that's why you've got these higher harmonics in there, which I wanted to filter out, so it's a bit softer for the background, you know. Yeah, that's a really nice one because it's got a great tonality that comes from the low pass effect on these shapes. This is actually a square as well. So the low pass almost makes it a sine and then into a square. And here it's done it for like a sine going into a saw almost, you know. And the comb spread flange, which is wonderful as well. Giving it a nice metallic-y, squelchy kind of twist, you know. Simple LFOs, everything just sort of quickly up and then slowly down. But yeah, it fits really nicely, in my opinion, in between the sort of 2 main basses, you know. And thirdly, we've got the Neuromagnum. Sounds a bit like a dual magnums being shot off, you know. Quite a rude boy one. I really like that one actually. Should I give that away for? Yeah, you guys can have it. It's cool. That one is again, if we look here, it's 2 saw waves and a sine wave. Bit of a low pass mode on one. Quite a lot of unison on this middle saw wave. That's actually forming a little bit of a minor. It's trying to do a little minor chord there, but without the kind of next part of the chord. Bit of FM as well between 3 and 1. Yeah, you got a low pass filter doing the main movement here. You got this main movement 1/8 dotted on the saw down, and there's a little twist where I modulate the phase of the phase of LFO1 via LFO2 around this point. So if you hold down the note long enough, you'll get to that point, and then it'll reshuffle the rhythm, and also it'll do a bit of a stereo ping pong because I've put the stereo knob on here, so it will change the rhythm and put a bit of a left and right ping pong on, as you can hear. There you go. Yeah, some other things tracked to the LFO, like the distortion amount, a little bit on the compressor, doing like a extra brightness boost, and that's pretty much it for that one. Yeah, a bit of touching up with some subtle filtering, subtle delays. There you got the Neuro Magnums. Feel free to download them and tear them apart and make them into something new. All right, my G's, that's it for today. Nice and short. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy producing. Stay productive. Hope these sounds can be used by you, and hope they will inspire you as well with your sound design. So much love. Thanks for watching. May I remind you as well, if you guys want production lessons, you can book in downstairs via the links below. My calendar is available there. If you want mixing and mastering work done as well, email me for that. And come along and support me on Patreon. Get in the Discord tier if you want to have the most value. That's where, most of the action is. And also check out the other presets available on my website for Vital, Phase Plant, Serum and more. All right, that's it from me today. More from me very soon. Much love.